everybody. It's Theater on the Spectrum, and it is time for our open mic. Everybody say hello to our audience while they're gathering.
Audience.
Great.
Hello.
We have a special treat for you today. We realize that everyone needs some cheering up because tragically our local team lost, but Theater on the Spectrum are always winners, and we're going to have a tribute to Martin Luther King Day today. And I'm going to introduce you to our hosts today because JT and Sharetta cannot be here. So I am handing it over right now to Amanda and Sid.
Thank you for coming to this open mic today. And we will be doing some poetry and some tributes to Martin Luther King today. First up is Amanda.
Thank you, Sid. I'm going to read a poem called A Dream Can Come True. Martin Luther King had a dream for people everywhere. He wanted them to get along and show how much they care by helping one another and by always being fair. So remember Martin Luther King and help his dream come true by always treating others as you'd want them to treat you. And next up, we have Sid, who will be reading Dr. King's Dream.
Dr. King's Dream. Treat people kindly. Do what's fair. Work for all people. Show that you care. These are the ways. If we work as a team to remember the man who said, I have a dream. Next up is Samir.
Freedom! 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 Let it ring, Dr. King. Let's live in harmony, peace and love for you and me. Freedom! 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 Let it ring! Let it ring! Dr. King. Yes?
Next up is Jake.
Yes, Mom? No, nothing.
No, Jake.
Thank you, Sid. Little Martin Luther King, author unknown. Little Martin Luther King sat in church one day, listening to his father preach and listening to him pray. One day I'll talk like that, he said, and say those big words too. I'll make folks feel good inside. Little Martin's words came true.
And next up, we have Sean reading Martin Luther King Had a Dream.
Martin Luther King Had a Dream by Martin Luther King Had a Dream. Yes, he did. Martin Luther King had a dream. Indeed, he did. He dreamed we'd live as brothers, and he dreamed is still alive, though, for you and me.
Next up is Scott.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Mesh Godish. Dr. King wished, Dr. King prayed that one day all people would live unafraid. Dr. King cared for blacks and for whites. He wanted for all people to share equal rights.
Good job, Scott.
Thank you.
Next up is Amanda. Oh.
I will be reading a poem called Martin Luther King Day by Myra Cohen Livingston. The dream of Martin Luther King will happen in some far-off spring when winter, ice, and snow are gone. One day, the dreamer in gray dawn will waken to a blinding night where hawk and dove in silent flight brush wings together on a street, still thundering with ghostly feet. And so we'll dance, and so we'll sing, and march with Martin Luther King.
Now we have excerpt from Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech.
I say to you today, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Samir? Is your mic on, Samir?
Yes. A dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the son of the former slave and the son of former slave owner will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. Brotherhood! Brotherhood!
Next up, we have Jade.
No.
Okay.
This is all one speech, Amanda.
Was it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice.
I have a dream that four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the color of their center. I have a dream today.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together.
This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. Let freedom ring from the
Prodigious
hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York.
Let freedom ring from the heightening
Alleghenies.
Yeah, Alleghenies of Pennsylvania.
Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rocky of Colorado.
Let freedom ring from the
Curvaceous
spots of California.
But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia,
Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee.
Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring.
And when this happens, and when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. We would like to send this out to our dear friend Sharetta, who is not feeling well today and could not be performing with us. So, Sharetta, that speech was for you. We miss you and we hope you get better.
Hopefully you get better. Yes, sure. Now we
Yes,
have next we have a poem by Samir Hamoud.
Martin Luther King by Samir Hamoud. He's born in 1929 in the Deep South. In those days, black people were separated from white people. They weren't free to go to the same bus white people went. They got to sit in the back of the bus. They had to use separate from drinking fountain. They had low paying job. One thing they did have was their church. As you know, Martin Luther King Jr. went to college and became a minister. He was injustice. He saw injustice and started stand up for freedom, freedom, freedom. He gave speeches and organized protests. He fought for equality. He upset many white people. But some white people joined him in marching. His house was bombed, his family was dreaded, and he kept working for black people to be free. In the year 1963, he gave a very powerful and wonderful speech called I Had a Dream. That speech changed mind and lives on today. By then, in the year 1968, Martin Luther King was assassinated. There was chaos and a great sadness. But we didn't give up. His words still give up hope and inspire us. Free to live, thank God Almighty. Great God Almighty, free at last.
And next up we have Amanda.
Okay. Monologue by Amanda Baginski, based on the song We Are the World, written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie. There comes a time when we hear a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somehow will soon make a change. We are all part of God's great big family, and the truth, love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives too. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me. Send them your heart so that they'll know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free, as God has shown us by turning stones to bread, so we all must lend a helping hand. When you're down and out, there seems no hope at all, but if you just believe, there's no way we can fail. Let us realize that a change can only come when we stand together as one. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me.
And now I believe it's time for Cyrus.
Next we have Cyrus singing some Mary Poppins stuff.
Feed the birds. Feed the birds. Tuppence a bag. Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the birds, feed all the saints, the apostles, sells her wares, although you can see it now, they are smiling each time someone shows that it cares. Though her words are simple and few, listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
Yay!
Hey.
Hey, way to go, Cyrus. Good job, Cyrus.
Good job, Cyrus.
Next up is Sean.
Next up-
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be reciting a poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning called "How Do I Love Thee." How do I love thee? Let me count the ways I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach. When feeling out of sight to the ends of being in ideal grace, I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with passion put to use and mild grace, and with my childhood safe. I love thee with the love I soon to lose with my last saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life, and if God choose, I shall love thee better after death.
Woo!
Way to go,
Hey.
Sean. Sean. Woo!
Hey, go, Sean. Woo!
All right, host. I typed it in chat, but maybe you can't find it. Our
I
last
found it.
act.
Last but not least is Samir Hamoud singing "Lean on Me."
Lean on me if you ain't strong enough, and I'll be your friend. Then I'm gonna help you carry on, for I know that it won't be long. We gonna need some help from somebody to lean on, lean on. Just call on brother if you need a hand. We gonna need somebody to lean on. I'm just my head. You just call on me, sister, if you need a hand. We gonna need somebody to lean on me. If you ain't strong enough, then I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry. I'm gonna help you carry on, for I know that it won't be long. We gonna need some help from somebody to lean on. And you just call on me, sis. You might have a problem that you understand. We gonna need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. Yeah. We gonna need somebody to lead on. And there is a law you got to spare that you can't carry. Just remember, I'm right up the road, and I'll hear your blow. If you all just call me, come on, y'all, call me. When you need rain, call me. Oh yeah, call me. We got pain, call me. We got sorrow, call me. I'll be alright, call me. Yeah, call me. Why don't you just call me?
Woo!
Good job, Samir. Good job, Samir. Woo-hoo. Thank you for coming to open mic tonight. And I hope.
All right, we will be back in February. I imagine we
Mhm.
might be doing something based on Valentine's Day, maybe.
Maybe
We'll have to get together and
figure something out.
decide.
Decide, yeah.
Cyrus, do you have another song that you want to play?
Let's go fly a kite.
Okay, that's a great one to close with.
Let's
No.
Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, you guys, let's all go fly a kite.
Go Cyrus.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
You're welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Pablo.